being reported that Sheryl Swoopes advised New York Liberty not to act like Caitlin Clark in game 2. Viewership numbers for the playoffs has gone down. After all, 2.5 million viewers tuned in to catch Caitlin Clark last game.
All right, let's break this down. We've got Sheryl Swoopes throwing shade, Caitlin Clark's fans ready to boycott, and Sabrina Ionescu stuck in the middle. But that's just the start. We're gonna dive into why this drama might actually be good for the WNBA, and how Clark's game is speaking louder than any criticism. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. So, Swoopes went off on Clark, saying she's not as dominant as a #1 pick should be. Can you believe that? Clark's fans are not having it. They're so mad. They're talking about boycotting the WNBA.
Now, I'm not here to tell you Caitlin Clark do that, but a lot of people is poking fun and saying that she sending shots at Caitlin.
That's how much they love their rookie superstar. It's crazy how much loyalty Clark's built in just one season. But here's the twist you didn't see coming. WNBA Finals viewership is blowing up. More than 1 million people watched the first game. That's insane. So all this drama, it might actually be helping the league. Who would have thought? Drama sells, and the WNBA is cashing in big time. Speaking of cashing in, Caitlin Clark's stats are off the charts. But here's the million-dollar question. Are those jaw-dropping numbers actually hurting her team? Sheryl Swoopes thinks so, and she might have a point. Let's break down Clark's rookie season. We're talking 19.5 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. That's not just good, it's historic. Clark's the top rookie in both scoring and assists in the WNBA. You know what's even crazier? She's the only player in WNBA history to put up those numbers in a rookie season. That's some next level stuff right there. But Swoopes isn't buying it. She's saying Clark's style isn't as dominant as a #1 pick should be. It's like she's watching a different game or something. But hold up, because this is where it gets interesting. The Indiana Fever, they're on a fire. We're talking their first 20-win season since 2015. They're in the playoffs for the first time since 2016. And guess who's leading the charge? You got it, Caitlin Clark. So what's the deal? Is Clark's individual brilliance good for her team, or is Swoopes right about needing more team-oriented play? It's like we're watching two different movies here. On one side, you've got Clark's fans. They're saying her performance is the reason the Fever are turning things around. And let's be real, the numbers back them up. Clark's not just scoring, she's dishing out assists like candy on Halloween. That's team play, right? But then you've got Swoopes and her crew. They're arguing that Clark's style might look good on paper, but it's not translating to the kind of dominance they expect from a top pick. They want to see more team-oriented play, less individual showboating. Here's the thing though, while everyone's arguing, Clark's game is speaking louder than any criticism. The Fever are winning, they're in the playoffs, and Clark's right in the middle of it all. You know what's even wilder? Swoopes herself had to admit Clark stepped up. She said, "I didn't think she would come in and adjust to being a professional." And to me, I think that's exactly what she's done. That's Swoopes acknowledging Clark's growth even after all that criticism. So, what's the verdict? Is Clark's style helping or hurting the Fever? The scoreboard doesn't lie. The Fever are winning more than they have in years. Clark's putting up numbers we've never seen from a rookie, and the team's in the playoffs. Maybe the real question isn't whether Clark's style is right or wrong. Maybe it's about how she's changing the game. She's bringing a new energy, a new way of playing, and while the old guard might not get it, the results are hard to argue with.
Caitlin Clark fans were quick to point out that the Rookie of the Year impact on the league is still felt despite her team.
You'd think WNBA legends would be cheering for the next big thing, but Caitlin Clark's got some of them fuming. What's got these icons so divided? It's not just about one player, it's a whole generational showdown. We're seeing a full-on clash between old school and new school in the WNBA. On one side, you've got Sheryl Swoopes, a legend of the game, throwing shade at Caitlin Clark. On the other, you've got Nancy Lieberman, another icon standing up for the rookie sensation. It's like watching two titans of women's basketball go head to head, and Clark's right in the middle of it all.
You know, you can say whatever you want. You can have your own opinion about anybody, but you do have to get the statistics right. I mean, facts matter. Point. I tried to talk to her at the Final Four. Right. She didn't want to talk to me. My life's going to be good or great with or without Sheryl Swoopes in my life. I'd rather have her in it.
Swoopes is all about that traditional team first mentality. She's looking at Clark's game and saying, hold up, that's not how we did it back in the day. But Lieberman, she's singing a whole different tune. She's out here saying, what Caitlin Clark has done for the game is generational. That's some high praise from a Hall of Famer. This isn't just about Clark though, it's about how the game's changing. Swoopes represents that old guard, the ones who built the WNBA from the ground up. They played a certain way, with a focus on teamwork and fundamentals. But Clark, she's the face of a new wave of players. They're all about high scoring, flashy plays, and individual brilliance. You know what's wild? This feud between Swoopes and Lieberman got even hotter when they started arguing about Clark's NCAA record. Lieberman tried to set the record straight when Swoopes got some facts wrong about Clark's eligibility. It's like watching two coaches argue over a call, but this time it's about a player's whole career.
So it looked like Sheryl Swoopes is back in the headlines after firing subliminal shots at Caitlin Clark yet again.
This battle isn't just about Clark though. It's about the future of women's basketball. The old school's saying, slow down, play as a team. The new school's like, nah, let's light up the scoreboard and give the fans a show. It's team first versus star power, and neither side's backing down. But here's the thing, maybe this clash is exactly what the WNBA needs. Think about it, you've got legends like Swoopes and Lieberman talking about the game. You've got fans fired up defending their favorites. And you've got people tuning in to see what all the fuss is about. Drama sells, remember? Plus, this whole debate's got people thinking about how the game's evolving. Is Clark's style the future of women's basketball? Or is Swoopes right about needing more team play? These are the kind of questions that keep fans talking long after the final buzzer. And let's not forget, while all this drama's going down, Clark's out there proving herself on the court. She's not just talking the talk, she's walking the walk. The Fever are winning, they're in the playoffs, and Clark's a big reason why. That's the kind of performance that can change minds, even among the old guard.
Caitlin Clark fan base responds hard to accusations over the WNBA boycott.
So what's the end game here? Maybe it's not about one side winning. Maybe it's about finding a balance. Imagine a WNBA that takes the best of both worlds, the teamwork and fundamentals of the old school mixed with the excitement and star power of the new school. That could be something special. The WNBA drama isn't just about Caitlin Clark anymore. Sabrina Ionescu's facing a tough choice. Stick to the old school playbook or embrace the new wave. With the finals on the line, will Ionescu's next move change the game for good? Sabrina Ionescu's in a tough spot. She's got the pressure of the WNBA finals on her shoulders, and now she's caught in the middle of this Swoopes-Clark drama. After the Liberty's Game 1 loss, Ionescu was frustrated. She said, we started off really well, but I think it was a great learning experience. That's classic Ionescu, always looking to improve, always focused on the team. But here's the thing, Ionescu's comments sound a lot like what Sheryl Swoopes has been preaching. It's all about that team-first mentality, learning from mistakes, and not getting too cocky. Is Ionescu trying to play both sides here? Think about it. Ionescu's a young star herself, just like Clark. She knows what it's like to have all eyes on you, to feel that pressure to perform. But she's also been in the league long enough to understand the importance of teamwork and tradition. She's like the perfect bridge between the old school and the new school. Now, Swoopes has been pretty clear about what she thinks of Clark's style. She called it selfish. Ouch. But here's where it gets interesting. Swoopes isn't just talking about Clark. She's sending a message to the whole Liberty team, including Ionescu. It's like she's saying, don't even think about playing like Clark.
Not to be selfish against the Minnesota Lynx as the side aims to recover in the WNBA Finals. Being reported that Sheryl Swoopes advised New York Liberty not to act like Caitlin Clark in Game 2.
So what's Ionescu gonna do? She's got to be feeling the heat. On one hand, she could stick to the traditional style that Swoopes is pushing. Play it safe, focus on teamwork, don't rock the boat. But on the other hand, Clark's style is exciting. It's bringing in fans, it's changing the game, and maybe that's what the WNBA needs right now. Ionescu's in a unique position. She can learn from both sides of this argument. She's got the skills to play like Clark, but she's also got the experience to understand what Swoopes is saying. It's like she's got a foot in both both worlds. This isn't just about Ionescu though, it's about the future of the WNBA. The way Ionescu handles this situation could set an example for other young players. If she can find a way to blend the old school and new school styles, she might just create a whole new playbook for the leagues. So here's the deal, this whole Swoopes-Clark drama, it's actually been great for the WNBA. Yeah, you heard that right. All those fans threatening to boycott, they ended up tuning in anyway. The first finals game hit over 1 million viewers. That's huge.
Unfortunately, that did not hold true. The ratings surpassed 1 million views for the first game in the WNBA Finals. Viewership numbers for the playoffs has gone down. After all, 2.5 million viewers tuned in to catch Caitlin Clark last game.
Think about it. Swoopes throws shade at Clark, fans get all fired up, and suddenly everyone's talking about women's basketball. It's like free publicity for the league. And you know what they say, there's no such thing as bad press. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just about drama, it's about how the WNBA is growing and changing. Maybe all this back and forth is exactly what the league needs to push it forward. New stars, new styles of play, more eyes on the game. That's how sports evolve, right? So next time you see some WNBA drama, remember, it might just be making the game better.